Oh shit. Fuck. Alright, hold on. Alright, Shalom, y'all. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but their spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh Shem Shai. And shalom to the real sisters out there. Alright, today, got some breaking news, but it shouldn't be so shocking to y'all. But hey, we're at that time. The CDC is green lighted the jab. They green lighted the jab to for distribution, and the distribution is already underway. I just got the news, and let me get to that article. And I'm gonna get into some scriptures. CDC gives green light to administer Pfizer COVID-19 84 jab. Just COVID-19, but you know what we mean by COVID-19 84. And it came out 2 hours ago. Yep. The CDC has accepted an advisory committee's recommendation of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine, meaning the shots can now be administered in the United States. In the statement, CDC Director Robert Redfield said the following: "Last night, I was proud to sign the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices recommendation to use Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine in people 16 and older." CEO, CDC Director Robert Redfield. His name is fitting for that devil. This official CDC recommendation follows Friday's FDA decision to authorize the emergency use of Pfizer's vaccine. As COVID-19 cases continue to surge throughout the U.S., CDC's recommendation comes at a critical time. According to these devils, right? Initial COVID-19 84 vaccination is set to start as early as Monday, and this is the next step in our efforts to protect in our so-called efforts to protect Americans, reduce the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, and help restore and so-called help restore some normalcy to our lives and our country. Hey, the new normalcy. The new normalcy. The CDC also said healthcare personnel, long-term care facility residents should be vaccinated first. Fuck it. The CDC Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices voted Saturday to recommend the Pfizer vaccine for ages 16 and up. COVID-19 vaccine shipments began an historic effort. The committee reviews scientific data and votes on recommendations for vaccine safety and efficiency for groups such as older people, pregnant women, etc., etc. But yeah, they of course they're gonna say it's safe. Of course. It's like having foxes guard the hen. Foxes what is that saying? How's the saying go? Foxes guard the hen house, right? These recommendations are required before shots can happen. The panel recommended the vaccine with 11 in favor, 0 against, and 3 recusing due to prior conflicts. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration allowed the first COVID-19 84 vaccine developed by Pfizer Inc. Incorporated in BioNTech SE Friday, making it available for emergency use to patients age 16 and older. In their so-called clinical trials, the vaccine was 95% effective at preventing illness and showed no short-term safety issues. But which, I say so-called because it's an agenda here. They're not going to tell you the whole truth. The first trucks carrying the vaccine left a Michigan manufacturing plant early on Sunday. Shipments of the Pfizer vaccine set in motion the biggest vaccination effort, the maximum vaccination effort in American history at a critical juncture of the pandemic that has so-called killed 1.6 million and so-called sickened 71 million worldwide, according to data compiled by Johns Hopkins University. So now they're coming out with it. D-Day for D-Day for the V-Day, right? It's the D-Day for the V. The beginning of the end, like that devil that's in charge of Operation Warp Speed put it. And it is the beginning of the end. He's not lying about that. The hour of temptation is a crucial end time prophecy, and we're at the beginning of that hour of temptation, and it's gonna get a lot. The pressure is gonna just keep going up. He's gonna try everything he can try, really, to get you to take the jab, and then the chip, because this leads up to the chip. They're basically putting that infrastructure needed for the chip in you, and also disconnecting you from your power. And that's Revelation 13, verse, Revelation 13, Salakia. It's in Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. International problem, international so-called solution, international so-called problem, international so-called solution. Yeah. Verse 11, behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Yeah, man, the hour of temptation is going to get real. They going to try to take your crown. Really, all they could do, really, if you have the crown, if the crown was given unto you, well, if you're the elect, is what I'm saying, you're not going to be tempted. But if you're the 2/3, including oh, including the 2/3 that know about the truth, then you never really had that crown to begin with. It was never really meant for you. Never really had one. You had like a imitation crown, like a knockoff crown. You ain't had the real crown. So of course it's gonna be taken from you. Just like Esau was never meant to get the birthright or the blessing. So of course it's gonna be taken from you. Of course you're gonna fall for what this devil had. You're gonna buy what this devil is selling you. You're gonna fall for the okie doke. He's gonna take your crown, your corona, right? Because really, that's what they're saying. That's like a play on words. That's what they're saying. Yep, Khan, Eric, who knows? It's over soon. They will cut the power of communication. Oh, they say Russia hacked the U.S. Treasury. That's perfect. I didn't hear about that. That's an excuse. That would be the excuse they would have also for the digital currency. We got to set up a whole new system. We got to take, because this system is compromised. It's been hacked by Russia. And Shalom, Eric, who knows? Be on point with the news. Yeah. They're gonna try to snatch that crown from you. It's like a game of tug of war, man. You're gonna have to keep pulling, keep holding on to that crown. You have to pull back. And the beast, Esau Edom, is gonna be pulling on that crown hard. It's probably gonna, you could compare it to a game of tug and war. Probably gonna stop for a little bit, then just gonna start pulling real hard. Different ways that the different tactics that you would use to take that rope from that other dude or that other team that has the rope. The different tactics you would use, So they're playing tug of war with your crown. That coronavirus, that's a chemical lobotomy, man. Straight up. Verse 12, him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my power, and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power. And I will write upon him my new name. So it's a great reward for holding on. Khan, I don't see no link, but I just see a title on here. Sometimes Esau doesn't let you post a link. I noticed that. These damn devils don't want you to know that they're going down. Oh, the Electoral College is about to meet too, which is going to decide this for sure. What? And New Yorkers enjoy, they said, Last Suppers, trying to act like it's a righteous thing to celebrate this folly day. Before Cuomo weather ruined restaurant dining. Okay, I see what they're saying. Oh yeah, because the caption, the picture there says, "Don't let Albany's Grinch spoil your holiday mood." Or cheer. Like, I see what they're trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Joe Biden is trying to make himself look like a damn look like an angel of light, right? So-called Christian. He calling himself he's so called Christian. He calling himself a Christian, a Catholic. Let me look that up though. Unless you posted it. Oh, states will start getting the Rona vaccine Monday. It'll start getting the potion Monday. Oh, Charlie Pride, that's the Jake that died. They said he's a country. He's a Judite, original looking Judite. That's the first original looking Judite superstar for country music. I mean, they say he died of Rona. They say everybody died of Rona. Hardly anyone died of car crashes now. Let me look that up though. Cause they're saying the foreign power hijacked the U.S. Treasury. Yeah, that's big news. Pain. Oh shit. They're saying that. Oh shit. Russian hacking group is behind Treasury and Commerce email breach. So with this, they're saying they're bringing up Russia. Oh, Russia hacking this again type shit. It's that time of the year. The FBI is investigating a breach into the Treasury and Commerce Department by a group known as Cozy Bear. Cozy Bear, huh? which also hacked the Democratic National Committee in 2016, per the Washington Post. According to them, driving the news, Reuters first reported on Sunday that hackers have been monitoring illegal internal emails at the departments, specifically targeting an agency in Commerce responsible for U.S. telecommunications policy. The state-sponsored hack was part of a broader cyber espionage campaign against the U.S. government and its interests, according to the reports. What they're saying, the United States government is aware of those reports. They push that Russian hacking shit. We were taking all necessary steps to identify and remedy any possible issues related to the situation, said National Security Council spokesman John Oliot. Yeah, Esau got in the way. But I already read the article because yeah, these devils would try to do that. These devils will frustrate your purpose, but fuck them though. Still got to bring it out. So I just went and looked up the article, brought it out myself. So, damn, okay, that's prophecy that they're pushing that. That could go. It could be bullshit, which because they accuse Russia of a lot of shit, and it could be an excuse to push the new currency. Could be an excuse. Also, the power of communication. Yeah, the internet, for example, they're gonna shut it all down. Makes sense. It makes sense they would shut it down, cut the power of communication, cause that's their excuse for it. All the Russians hacked our treasury system. The Russians hacked everything. And that's Revelation 3. Well, also this twofold, right? Because the new system, what would it be based on? It's twofold. But once they cut the power of communication, that would bring about a plague of darkness, because that would be a part of what brings that about, really. Revelation 16:10, and the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the seed of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness, and they gnawed their tongues for pain. Verse 11, and blasphemed the God of heaven because of their pains and their sores, and repented not of their deeds. Yeah. And that's speaking of an event that would happen after the RFID. But hey, it could be twofold. Could be one type of event that happened before, and then they set up a new system, and then when that happens, that's the actual EMP that hit this bitch. Yeah. And also, that the U.S. Treasury, right, has to do with the currency. Revelation 13:16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And he said, say, we have to set up a new system. We have to set up a system based off quantum computing. We have to set up a new system. Like, take down this system, set up a new system. The great reset, right? Have to reset everything. And then, but, Russia or North Korea, probably, they still gonna detonate that EMP over Babylon. That's gonna be that plague of darkness. EMP, and then it'll play a role because you can't turn the lights on or nothing. Also, without no way of communicating, like none of that. I think even like the radios and shit would interfere with it. Like it would fuck up the radios too. You wouldn't even have that. So like it's gonna be silence. All you're gonna hear is screaming and shit. And demons. Dark winter, right? Also goes into that. And that's the day of Yahweh is going to be darkness and not light. That's Amos. It's in Amos. Amos 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh. To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light. Verse 19. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and the serpent bit him. Calamity after calamity after calamity. Both this be fulfilled both literally and symbolically as well. Yeah. And that name of the group that they say hacked the U.S. Treasury, the Cuzzy Bears, right? Literally and symbolically. Verse 20, though. Shall not the day of Yahweh be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? Mentions it twice, that the day of the Most High Yahweh shall be darkness and not light. The dark winter. Everything about it is going to be dark, including literally. Literally speaking, symbolically speaking. What? Just in, government opens fire during Xmas. They're telling you right there as well. They X'd out Hamashiach, which Christmas was never about Hamashiach. If you look into it, but yeah, shit's starting to get real, man. Another sacrifice. This holiday all go back to Saturnalia. The people still want to celebrate it. Gunmen and then get mad when they get sacrificed. They get shocked when people get sacrificed, I should say, on that day, or on something that has to do with that day. But yeah, gunman opens fire at an event which has to do with that day, I should say. A gunman opens fire during Christmas choir performance on steps of a cathedral. should say Saturnalia choir performance. Panicked worshippers and choir members ran for safety as shots rang out at the end of the concert at the Cathedral Church of St. John the Divine in Manhattan, New York. A gunman has opened fire at a Saturnalia choir performance on the steps of the cathedral in New York. The shooting took place just after 4 p.m. local time outside the Cathedral Church of St. John the Divine in Manhattan. Police shot back at the suspect, leaving him in a critical condition, and has been rushed to a local hospital, according to a New York City Police Department spokesperson. Yeah. Sergeant Edward Riley said the government had fired on police, but no officers were injured. So they bringing out the MK Ultra, uh, control MK Ultra Manchurian candidates. These are active shooters, right? The suspect was rushed to a local hospital in critical condition, the sergeant said. It's that time again, time to bring out the mass shootings. They put in Joe Blow up in there. So it's time to bring out the mass shootings again. Take the guns. Ultimately, the civil war that's coming will be like an excuse. Everything that's happened because of we allow people to have guns and we allow people to preach hate speech. Have and the guns in the Bible that's they gonna take the sword, this physical sword that these people have. Esau's blessing that Jake tries to tap into, and the sword of the spirit. The word. They're gonna take the Bible as well. Give you their version. Wouldn't be surprised if after they took it, they say, "Wait, we found this is the actual." Our scholars have determined that this is the actual translation. This is the real translation of the Bible, and then they just push it out. And they have a law like only this Bible is allowed. You can only read this Bible. You're only allowed to have this Bible in your possession, and it's all like, and it's just like a forgery. They take bits and pieces off of the Bible and they probably take chunks like they did to the slave Bible. Just have Bible all full of missing info and then put it and add their own. So yeah, they hey, they want to take your guns and your Bibles. However you turn them into the nearest church and churches and other places. Turn it in or we'll take it. Also, there's a spirits created for vengeance are out here too. Whether this is a Manchurian candidate that did it or organic, which probably a Manchurian candidate. We'll see who they blame it on, because they also do that. Though these are spirits created for vengeance. And 414, Kala Yabashim Yashai 144 rearrange. Help. That's the wisdom of Solomon, talking about there be spirits created for vengeance, who in their fury lay out sore strokes. Let me get it. Spirits. That's wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon. Chapter 11. Yeah, it's Ecclesiasticus. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail, verse 29. Fire and hail and famine and death. All these were created for vengeance. Verse 30, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. That's the sword right there. Verse 31, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. Hey, spirits created for vengeance out there. I'm going to try to keep this live short. I'm going to try to. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if there's how much there is to go into.